What's up, veterans? Do you feel like you don't have the proper rating from the VA? If so, you're like almost 90% of other veterans. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to give you some information to help you get properly rated by the VA. A little while back, I actually did a video explaining the top 10 as well as the top 5 most common VA disabilities. The reason that video was very important is because most of us veterans suffer from the same disabilities. One of those disabilities on that list was PTSD. Not all of us suffer from it. However, a lot of us have been through traumatic experiences during our military career. And because of that, that's why I wanted to make this video. Wait. You're getting ahead of yourself, Nate. Before you move on, you got to talk to them about health literacy because that's a big deal. All right, so there's a difference between you all and the VA, or you all and your doctors, and that's health literacy. It's really simple. If you don't know what health literacy is, I'm going to explain it to you really quickly. So a person that's illiterate doesn't know how to read or write. If you have no health literacy or you're health illiterate, it means you don't understand how to speak the language of a doctor or the language of the VA. So my goal in this video is to get you more health literate, because the VA, just like any military branch or whatnot, they have regulations and they're going to look for certain things when they're looking through your medical records. So I'm going to show you how to better express your symptoms that you go through. And that's going to help you when it comes to health literacy. If you have PTSD or another trauma related issue, more than likely you have other disabilities as well, like depression or anxiety. And if you have depression and anxiety, more than likely you have another disability like insomnia, because that's going to affect your issue with sleep. And if you have insomnia, then you probably have hypersomnolence, which is basically you're tired all day throughout the day. So what I want to do today is make a video that's going to explain how you can connect your disabilities in a way that they understand. Have you ever heard the term, it's not what you say, it's how you said it? For the VA or for your doctors, it's actually the opposite. It's not how you said it, it's actually what you say. So let's get into what you should be saying that relays that you are health literate. Okay, so when it comes to depression specifically, for a 10% rating, they're going to be looking for this. All right, so occupational and social impairment due to mild or transient symptoms which decrease work efficiency and ability to perform occupational tasks only during periods of significant stress, or symptoms are controlled by continuous medication. That's for the lowest rating they can give you for depression. Now, when it comes to the VA giving you a 30% rating, they're going to be looking at these types of symptoms. They're going to be looking at depressed mood, anxiety, suspiciousness, panic attacks, whether they're weekly or less often, chronic sleep impairment, or mild memory loss, such as forgetting names, directions, or recent events. So in order for you to get 30%, you have to be having these kind of symptoms. All right. Now, when we talk about a 50% rating, notice you still got panic attacks, but now they're looking at more than once a week, impaired judgment, impaired abstract thinking, disturbances of motivation and mood, difficulty in establishing and maintaining effective work and social relationships, difficulty in understanding complex commands, impairment of short and long-term memory, retention of only highly learned material, forgetting to complete tasks. So it gets a little bit more complex as far as what they're looking for you to get a 50% rating. And as far as getting a 70% rating, they're going to be looking for a lot more. Occupational and social impairment with deficiencies in most areas such as work, school, family relations, judgment, thinking, or mood. And due to those symptoms, you have suicidal ideation, obsessional rituals, which interfere with routine activities, speech, intermittently illogical, obscure, or irrelevant spatial disorientation, near continuous panic or depression affecting the ability to function independently, apparently and effectively impaired impulse control. right? So they're going to be looking at a whole lot when it comes to, getting a 70%. And some of the things that really should stand out: negligent of your personal appearance and your hygiene, difficulty in adapting to stressful circumstances, including work or work life settings, inability to establish and maintain effective relationships. So, this is way more detailed as far as what the VA is going to be looking for a 70% rating for depression. And when it comes to a 100% rating, you pretty much got to be done. So total occupational and social impairment due to the same symptoms, right? Persistent delusions, hallucinations, grossly inappropriate behavior, disorientation to time or place, memory loss for the names of close relatives, your own occupation or your own name, persistent danger of hurting yourself and others. So this is basically, you really need a lot of help for 100%. A lot of us, probably in the military community, may be able to get 70 and 50% based off of, like I said, if you've been through traumatic things, they may affect you really severely in these situations. So that's what I mean by health literacy. If you're still watching this video, that means you're obviously getting some good information. So do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Hit the thumbs up button. It only takes a few seconds. And for those of you that aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that when I upload videos, you're notified. Now, as I said earlier, if you have depression, you more than likely have anxiety. And what the VA does is they usually lump those two together and give you one total mental health rating. So I'm not going to talk about anxiety, but what I will talk about is insomnia. Most of us that have depression and anxiety, especially chronically, have sleep issues. And that's where you get into another disability that most of us may have: insomnia. And that is trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or getting quality sleep. Veterans can be affected by both short-term and long-term or chronic insomnia. Now, here's the deal. If you have those issues, the trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, or getting quality sleep, the only way you're going to get a decent rating for your insomnia is if you say the right things. You have to understand, like I said, health literacy, how to actually talk about your disabilities, how to express what you're going through. Do you have low energy? Are you fatigued? Do you have depression, irritability, right? Impulsiveness, aggression, cognitive problems, difficulty concentrating? These are the things that the VA are looking for. That's what's going to determine your VA rating. These types of symptoms for insomnia. And here's a better breakdown, right? So you can get your 10%, veterans with mild insomnia, symptoms that may come and go over time. You basically still function pretty well. 30% though demonstrates occasional inability to work, chronic sleep impairment, mild memory loss. Your 50% is going to be impaired judgment, abstract thinking, difficulty with relationships in the workspace, and shows a decreased occupational productivity. When you get to 70%, severely impaired occupational and social functioning. The veteran's life is a near constant state of panic or depression, which affects the ability to function independently. And as far as your 100%, disability rating indicates total occupational and social impairment due to insomnia, meaning you cannot work and function in daily life because you just don't sleep. And I would say, well, I'm going to use myself an example. Since it may not seem like it, but probably since about 2015 or 2016, I have not slept on a normal basis for more than 4 hours a night. And that's why I have a really good rating I have sleep apnea as well. They pretty much paired my sleep apnea, my hypersomnolence, like I said, that's being super tired throughout the day, and my insomnia. They paired those three together and gave me 50% just for sleep apnea. That's the way they did it. So these things are a big deal. Sorry to interrupt, but if you're watching this video, odds are you're underrated by the VA. So leave me a comment. Let me know what disability you suffer from, and I'll try my best to do a video on it and explain what the VA is specifically looking for that disability. Heck, you can leave multiple disabilities. Maybe I'll make multiple videos. But I want to help you all, so help me help you. See you in the comments. All right, y'all. The next thing I want to talk about is migraines. The reason I want to talk about migraines is because most people that have insomnia or daytime hypersomnolence, they're tired all day, they don't get good sleep, they're depressed, they have anxiety, they also get migraines. And notice I didn't say headaches because, yes, I mean, pretty much everybody gets headaches, the occasional headache. That may get you 10%. But a lot of us, like I say, who have these severe disabilities have migraines. They're different from a traditional headache. And that's another disability that can be claimed. It's actually one of the most, once again, one of the top 10 most common. So let's talk about what the VA looks at. So for a 0% disability rating, someone who has only occasional migraines or symptoms that do not include prostrating attacks may only be eligible for a non-compensable or 0% disability rating. This is the big deal, all right? Prostrating attacks. For 10%, if a veteran suffers from migraines with prostrating attacks that occur on average every 2 months over a period of several months, a 10% disability rating is likely. Now, when it comes to getting 30 or 50%, 30%, you have to suffer from prostrating attacks that occur on average once a month over a period of several months for a 50% rating. And this is the max that the VA will give you for migraines, right? You require very frequent, completely prostrating and prolonged attacks, productive of severe economic inadaptability, meaning it's making it to where you're literally sitting around all day. You have to lay down in a dark room, and that's the only way that you're getting any ease. You're going to be sensitive to light. You're going to be sensitive to sound. It's basically going to completely incapacitate you. All right, so now that you all know what to say to express your symptoms, the correct terminology, you're health literate, at least a little bit more so. So when you're at your doctor's appointments, these are the type of words and terminology that you should be telling your doctor. You shouldn't say, hey doctor, I have a headache. You should make sure you say, hey doctor, I have a prostrating migraine. It lasts this many hours. I have sensitivity to light. Whatever your symptoms are, that's what you need to be making sure that you express. But there's nothing wrong with understanding the VA's terminology and what they're looking for so that you can better express yourself. I'm not telling you, once again, I'm never going to tell you to exploit it. I'm never going to tell you to lie, because at the end of the day, what you will need is the medical evidence. You will need an actual diagnosis, which a doctor can only give you by actually looking at you and examining you and determining whether or not you have that actual symptom. So once again, don't lie, but do be health literate and speak your story in an accurate way so that you can be properly rated. So until next time, I'll catch you all in the next video. Make sure you take care of yourselves and those around you. Peace. Hey, look, on this channel, I don't make content so that people can find loopholes and exploit any disability system, whether it be the Veteran Affairs disability system, Social Security, or anything else. So do as I did, and when you tell your story, be honest. Talk about the symptoms that you actually have, and don't use the information that I give you to exploit any system for any gain. And that's just my recommendation. And also I would think that since we're all veterans, we're going to do the integral thing anyway. So I still wish you luck on getting your best rating.